What's going on, people? Welcome to GFX Kapture. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make a text reveal animation in After Effects, something similar to this one. So let's jump in. So in After Effects, take a new composition and come down here and we'll take a new solid. We take it 1920 by 1080, the same size as the composition, and we will make it about white color. Click OK on that one and come down here to the transform properties of the white solid that we've just created. In case you don't see the other menus, just make sure that you have selected these layer switches and just simply unlink the scale. This means we can adjust the scale, i.e. the width and the height independently of each other. Okay, so what am I going to do now is I'm going to just decrease it and make it really small, like maybe 2, no, that's still bigger. Maybe do it 0.8 and decrease that to about 20. Let's see. No, that maybe still is a bit bigger. Maybe we can do 15. How about that? You can also do the rotation. So I'm just gonna tilt it slightly. There we go. Maybe 20 degree is better. I'm also going to turn on the motion blur because later on we can actually move this solid from left to right and then back from right to left. So we can just from here enable the motion blur, and as you can see it has already enabled the master motion blur switch. Okay, now place your solid in a position where you want the animation to start from, which will in my case be, I'm just going to move it here as we saw in the intro. I'm just going to move this about here, and then we're going to create some text. So go to the type tool and just click anywhere here, and then we're going to type some text. Okay, and after that we can adjust the text size. Okay, something like this. Now what we need to do is I would like this white solid to appear from nothing and it comes up with like a bounce animation, and then it starts going from left to right. Okay, so for that what we need to do is to put a keyframe on the scale, and at the start of the animation make the scale as 0 like this. Go up a few frames, maybe over here, and make this as 1, and go further up a few keyframes and make this 2.5, which was our original size. Okay, so what hopefully it should do is to come up with a bounce and then go back to its original scale, which is 0.5. Okay, there we go. You can actually adjust the gap between the keyframes so that the animation is a bit more stable, like that. Okay, I think that will be better. Yeah, that's fine. Now what we need to do is to slowly take the white solid from left to right. For that we simply need to put a keyframe on the position, so animate the position property as well, and just make sure that your playhead is right over here. Simply put a keyframe on the position property over here and then go up in timeline, maybe 2 seconds or maybe 3 seconds, we'll have a look anyway, and change the position to where you want this white solid to end. Okay, we'll do it up to here, and then of course on the way back we want this to disappear and display another message. Okay, so when you bring it back, let's see how it's going to look like. Okay, this may be a bit too slow. I think 2 seconds would be better. Yeah, Yeah, I think that's good. Something else you can do to make the animation look better is select these two keyframes, press F9 for easy ease, and then you go to the graph editor. Make sure the speed graph is selected. If you have missed my previous videos about speed graph and value graph, the links are up at the top. Go and have a look because they are very important to understand how these graphs actually work. Okay, so select this one, and then we will move up here slightly, and then we'll also change this one. Okay, something like this. Okay, so now when you animate it, when you see the animation, it's going to look something like this. Okay, maybe it was too fast in the beginning, so what we're going to do is to reduce maybe do something like this. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so we leave it at that. Okay, and as I said, I want this white solid to go back as well to reveal something else, another piece of text. So what we'll do is that go back, and from here to about 3 seconds. So now we have a 1 second gap, or 1.5 actually. So we'll go here and copy it with Ctrl+C or Command+D on your Mac, and go to the position that you want, and then just do a Ctrl+V or Command+D on your Mac to paste it. So what will happen is that keyframe, sorry, that white solid will go back to its original position exactly where this one was. Okay, so if we play it, it's going to be like this. Okay, there's one more thing we need to do, is to select these two, go to graph editor, and adjust the graph as you need. Okay, something like this is fine. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so it's exactly the same as the first one. So when we play it now, get out of the graph editor. Okay, so that is looking nice. What we also need to do is to copy these keyframes. Okay, so when the white solid goes back, it should actually disappear. Simply what you need is copy these, go back to your position, and then paste it. But what you need to do, the important thing you need to keep in mind, is right click on it, go to Keyframe Assistant, and select Time Reverse Keyframes. Okay, so it will now basically, that white solid will disappear exactly the same way as it came up in the first place. Let's play. There you go. Okay. Now the other thing we need to do is obviously we need to reveal the text here actually, and the best way to do that is by putting a mask over it. Okay, so come back to your original position just before when it starts to go from left to right, and go on the text layer, select that, and you can either do the rectangle tool or you can do a pen tool as well, just depends on what is easy for you. So I'm going to choose the rectangle tool, and I'm gonna draw a rectangle. Okay, something like this, and then just by selecting the two endpoints here, this one and this one, by pressing Shift, I'm actually going to change the angle of this so that it aligns with the white solid that we have. Should be just close enough to this. That should be fine. Okay, now what we need to do is go onto the mask here, and on the mask path put a keyframe so we can animate this. And now what we need to do is we just need to follow this white solid frame by frame. For that, what you can do is to go up and down the frame. You can use your page up or page down on your keyboard to move the keyframes. Okay, so now it's moving. As you can see, what we're gonna do is also we're gonna select the mask here. If you press shift and select these two ends, that will select both of these, and then you can use the left right arrow keys to move this side of the mask. So page down to go to the next frame, and then use the right arrow key to move the mask along with it. Okay, so that should be it. So just to play it back and see how it looks. Okay, so now we need to do the second part. For that, what we need to do is to make sure that this text is actually hidden away first. And to do that, we just need to bring the white solid back here and do exactly the same. So page down, and then make sure that these 2 points are selected, and then we can start going back. Nope. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So we just need to go back on the keyframes. Okay, so this should be all for hiding away the first text. Now we need to create our second text, and for that we can just go to new, create text, and then we say something like that. Okay, doesn't matter what it is, but we just, for illustration purposes, we just want to have some text. Now, simply what we can do is all of these keyframes that we have created on the mask path here, we can simply select all these keyframes, make sure that the playhead is right at the start, or actually at this keyframe here. Yep, there we go. Select your second text and do a Control V or Command V on your Mac. Then what we do is we go over here, go to the mask, and if we, just before we do that, let's play the animation. So as you can see, is displaying both of the text at the same time. We don't actually want that, so what we will do is that we will go and select on the mask 1, select subtract. Okay, but obviously now it's subtracting it, but it's showing it at the start, just because our layer actually starts from here. What we need is we need to go to this keyframe, okay, and then do a Alt and then open bracket, okay, to start from here. And we can do these keyframes as, okay, so they are already easy eased, which is F9. So now what it should look like is something like this. let's just minimize all of these. You can also pre-comp these texts as well. Actually, if you've got too many layers, you can pre-compose them. It just makes it a bit easier, but that's up to you if you want to do that. Okay, so if we play it now, it looks something like this, which is really good. Okay, so just a small animation, but it is really impactful, and it makes your composition really nice. So I hope you've liked the video. I hope it was useful for you. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Press the bell icon for all the latest notifications, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.